guys, and welcome to my channel. So it has been some months, a few months, but I feel like even my last video, there was like a pattern of like less and less and less videos over the last few months. I haven't posted in the last few months, but even before that, I think that you guys were able to see a downward climbing spiral. Well, I wanted to tell you guys about my year and give you guys a life update while I get ready and do my makeup. So, if you're interested, if you want to know where I've been, what's been going on, how my skin has changed over the last few months, that's more near the end because I kind of forgot about that. But anyways, just life updates, where I've been, kind of a small explanation. Not that not that I don't owe it to you, but it's personal, it's my own, and there's some parts that I do want to keep personal, but I do want to share an explanation of what's going on and where I've been and where my plan is for 2022. So go ahead and hang on tight. We're gonna get into it, all those details. Thank you guys so much for being viewers of mine and enjoying my content and watching my videos, and that will continue, spoiler, that will continue to 2022, but I just wanted to give you guys an explanation of where I've been and what's going on, just a life update. So thank you guys so much, and just keep on watching and watch me get this look. It's just so simple, everyday glam, so. It's not a game, it's a rich thing. Okay, so I already moisturized my face with the Tatcha water cream and then also the Tatcha liquid silk canvas. So, but you're not here for that. So, earlier this year, I kind of felt my mental health kind of be at its max. Felt very burnt out, run down, and just not myself. I don't know how else to say it. I don't think it was like a depression, but I felt like I should be more content with my life than what I was. So I decided to start going to therapy and kind of discuss the issues I've been having just internally, and also with like I said, my contentness. Like I feel like I should have been more grateful, more happy. I was realizing career goals, and I was being very hard on myself in the sense that I should be very happy with where I was at and what I was doing, and it didn't feel like enough for me, and like I wasn't doing enough, and that I needed to be growing in my career and my job faster, and that people were out to kind of harm my success, that people didn't want me to succeed. And I feel like that part is very true. But I'm a woman in a very male dominated career field, and so I'm gonna get that kind of pushback, and that's okay. Like I don't mean it's okay, it's not okay, but I need to learn to like also not let it like hurt me, like to accept what it is and kind of either do something about it or like move on, or just accept it for what it is, because that's not going to change here. Or I need to change myself and work harder and better, and but to not be so hard on myself, because that's what I was doing. I was being really hard on myself. So I started going to therapy, and my therapist asked me if I had this condition, and I was like, this mental it's a mental illness, sort of. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but I was like, I don't think so. And she was like, a lot of things that I'm seeing from you and from what you tell me and explain your scenarios, your thought process, kind of this impossible goals for yourself, no boundaries, and with your friendships and relationships and stuff like that, and your tendency, your behavioral tendency. She's like, I'm just seeing this, and then I'm not comfortable kind of disclosing that at the time right now, but I'm guessing I'll get there, but I just don't know what kind of negative connotations it's gonna have if I go ahead and tell you guys what my thing is. But I was like, oh, she was like, I would like you to get evaluated by a psychologist for it, and and they will tell you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So unfortunately, the local offices for psychology were booked out for like 3 months. So I had to wait 3 months to get evaluated from when my therapist believed I had it, or first mentioned it, I mean. And then to my diagnoses, and then after I went and got evaluated, a week later, it was a very, very long process of, I think I spent like 6 hours in my I think 4 hours in my psychologist's office, and then she had me do 2 more hours of assignments, like testing. Like, some of you guys will be able to guess what I'm talking about. But so I went home and I did those. And then a week later, she came back with my diagnoses that I, in fact, did have this mental barrier, I guess. I was probably the best way I can call it. So that was a thing. And then it was just so, like, I don't know, it actually made me feel better knowing that there was kind of like an explanation for everything. I feel when you don't have a reason for being the way that you are, or feeling weird, or being different, or feeling like you have hurdles and you don't understand why, it was difficult to get through that by myself. But once we came to that conclusion and that diagnosis, everything kind of just made sense, and I'm able to kind of stop myself from being that person a lot easier, because it's like, okay, this is not me, this is that. This is not who I want to be. That's that, and I'm working on being a better person. And now I'm like, and I feel like I can make better goals now for myself because they can be realistic, or they're more realistic. Oh gosh, I'm gonna add a little more concealer. I've been sick, so my eyes I've not been resting very well. I mean, actually, I have this week off, so you'd think I'd be like more rested up. I have been sleeping in, but for whatever reason, when you're sick, no amount of sleep is enough. So I'm actually getting more sleep than normal, but it's still not enough for being sick right now. So yeah, so that was my mental health kind of progression, realization, discovery. So that happened, I want to say, oh my gosh, when was that? So my therapist made like the conclusion, I think like in sometime in June, I think, and then a few months after that, I think it was like September, October, when I finally got into my therapist, or to the psychologist, for the testing and diagnoses. And then a month later, I was able to get on medication, because that is the route I decided to go on to kind of help me kind of control my symptoms of that. So I am on medication. I forgot that part when I was talking about that. I'm on medication. I am treating it. It does help a ton. Right now we're kind of just figuring out what my dosage is going to be, because My body is very, like, it gets very used to medication very quickly, so that in itself is going to be an issue, I have a feeling. So there's that. I'm just using the Tarte Sea Breezy bronzer in Seychelles, the light one. But so that's that, and then that was like, my diagnosis came during, like, I teach in the summer for a university. I teach a summer class, just because that's what works with my schedule. So I felt really overwhelmed this past summer, so I decided to quit. I quit teaching just with my diagnoses and stuff, and then feeling overwhelmed all year. I'm the kind of person that I have a hard time letting people down, and the person who asked me to do this job in the summers is a good friend of mine. So I felt really happy to do it when I first started out. But there's a new generation of children out there. And this is a university, so they're adult children. They're not children. Of rude, entitled, whiny brats. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I have no problem saying that. And I mean, like, mommy is calling the school, threatening to get me fired, kind of stuff. Like, ridiculous. And then just because their child missed deadlines, missed assignments, missed class, and believed that he should still get perfect attendance, etc., etc. Whatever. So I had to deal with students like that and parents like that, and I was just overwhelmed, and I'm just like, I'm doing the best that I can, and these parents are being extremely rude to me. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, this was. I like tough through it. I stood my ground. I told them that, unfortunately, your kid did not follow the rules, did not come to class, did not do their work on time. I stood to my guns on that one. But I use this strawberry thing right here. Stood to my guns, but it was still giving me a lot of, like, unhappiness and taking away my mental peace, I think. And this was, again, before I got my diagnoses and before I was able to get medicated to, like, help. So I was feeling very, like, attacked, and I didn't know what to do. The school was backing me the whole time, so I do appreciate that. But, I mean, I just didn't know what to do anymore, because I was like, I felt like on the verge of panic attacks, just because, like, this person was stressing me out, and it, like, seemed like they enjoyed stressing me out. So I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm doing the best that I can. The semester was over. My diagnoses came, and then I went ahead and talked to the director and told him I was no longer going to be doing this job anymore in the summer, teaching anymore part-time, that I was quitting. And I felt really bad, because, like I said, he asked me for this favor to teach in the summers, and at first that seemed really great. It seemed like a great opportunity. I was super happy. Just more things to add on my resume, because it does, while my career isn't teaching, what I was teaching is very much in my career. So I would love to be in more of, like, a teaching role in my job, or like a training teaching. So I'm just using the number 7 Lift Illuminate powder in the shade light medium. But I just wanted to kind of, I wanted that to be, like, noted in my resume, and it was, and that's all I needed. I just already had it. Once you do it, it's on there. You don't need any more. So I finally just decided to quit. I told him, sorry, love you, love this job. I just can't deal with the stress. I have to think about me and my mental health and what it's doing to me. And then, mind you, I also had I have a normal job. I have a 40-hour-a-week job. I was doing this part-time on the side in addition to that. And I mean, I was grading, I was developing, the plan, the class plan. I was doing all of this on top of my normal 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. job, I was still doing that on top of my other job. So I was just at my max. And I mean, I've done this years before and it was fine. It was okay. I made the time. But I think when I went to first shift now at my primary job, I kind of have a harder time fitting in the normal things into my daily life. So I'm just using the Lorac, the new Frosted Sequoia. That's what the palette looks like. Gorgeous Frosted Sequoia. This is my favorite palette. This is the Lorac Shimmering. So they're very similar. This one's just a touch warmer. This one's a touch cooler. So I wanted to go to cooler today, so I'm wearing green. So I just wanted to prioritize my mental health. I was just super overwhelmed with the grading, the teaching, the developing assignments, and all that stuff. I was at my max. I just couldn't do it anymore. So in dealing with, I feel like that actually seemed easy, the assignments and the grading. It was the dealing with the student part I couldn't deal with anymore. I also have social anxiety. If you don't know what that is, look it up. So on top of what I have, I also have a social anxiety. So dealing with someone who is verbally attacking me or trying to attack me or trying to attack my integrity doesn't sit very well with anybody. But especially someone who has social anxiety and also has the other thing that I have. So I was having a very hard time and I just had to do what was best for me, and that was quitting. So I quit, and honestly, I feel so relieved now because I'm I can prioritize the things that I want to. And then also, it was during the summer, and I like to do things in the summer too, like everybody else. My normal job takes a lot out of me. I have to work weekends sometimes, 7 days a week. And my job is a normal Monday through Friday job. It's Monday through Friday. But sometimes I'm required to work weekends, so that becomes 7 days a week. They don't move things around. I work the full 7 days a week, and then Monday it starts over again, situation. So I never got a day off, and that's another issue that I was having with my work schedule with teaching, is that I was working a lot more weekends this summer, and I found it very difficult to fit the things I still wanted to do, go swimming and go out with my friends and take my dogs to the dog park, and all the stuff that I wanted to do was kind of put on the back burner for this teaching course. And one of the things I was having a hard time was just time management. I just couldn't fit everything I wanted to into what I was already doing. So I quit teaching, and I feel so liberated. So it was hands down the right thing I needed to do. That was the best thing for me, and I'm so glad I did it. It's just exactly what the doctor ordered, Just feel so much more relieved. I can't wait for summertime to come around again for me to be able to do things that I want to do. And also now that I'm learning to be better with my time, my time management, also that kind of stuff, go on short weekend trips and take my dogs to the state park and hiking and stuff and do the things that I wanted to do. And I haven't been able to, so I don't know, just looking forward to that. So that's been most of it, right? That's been most of my my year. It was my diagnoses, therapy, feeling overwhelmed, and then quitting. So there's that. And yeah, it's been a long year. It's been an interesting long year. So I also want to talk about the pause that I took. So while all of this was happening, obviously, I was feeling overwhelmed with the school, and that's kind of when you guys saw me drop off. I was trying to still do my BoxyCharm reviews or whatever, my monthly videos, and those kind of fell off in the last few months. But I was just trying to put out, and I just could not figure out a schedule. I'm having a really hard time since being on since being on first shift in my main job. A schedule that works, because I can't film in the morning because my family is sleeping. My boyfriend, my dogs are sleeping, and so I can't film at 6 in the morning. Just not gonna work. I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 in the morning. It just wouldn't work out for me. I feel like I know people that do that. Like Emily Noel, she does her videos before her family's up, for school and stuff, and I'm just like, how do you do that? I can't do that. I need sleep, and I need good sleep. So at the earliest I could start filming would be dang, what's the earliest I could start filming? It's 4 p.m. when I get home from work. So that is and then at that point I'm only gonna wear, and then I go to bed at 9, I'm only gonna wear makeup for less than 5 hours. I'm by the time I'm sitting down and done with my makeup, it's already been an hour. I'm not gonna have the time I need to kind of test products. So you guys are gonna have to just trust me on this when I tell you something's good. And it's not because I tested it on that one day. It's because I'm testing it on the weekends too, when you guys aren't seeing me, or sometimes when I'm not filming. I want to really get better about filming on the weekends too, because I have no excuse for the weekends other than I'm just not doing my makeup. I haven't been doing my makeup a lot. My work reinstated the mask mandate, and so yeah. They reinstated the mask mandate because our area is getting another wave, I guess, or it's getting COVID pretty bad. So I haven't been wearing makeup anymore again. It's just been hard to get into it again, honestly. Again, waking up early. I don't want to wake up my family when I'm doing my makeup and stuff, so that's that on that detail, I want to just do it when I have somewhere to go or something to do. So that's kind of what I have been doing. I've been trying to film the few days I got with my friends or my birthday. You guys saw that, and that's why, though, because I'm really not doing my makeup for anything. I'm really not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. The shade isn't really that light, so I'm going to go into my shimmering palette, my other one that's really nice. I'm going to go into the really light shade right here. Put that in my inner corner, just a little bit. I want it a little bit brighter. But that's why you guys haven't been seeing a lot from me. Just my diagnoses, quitting school, or not quitting school, quitting teaching. I'm an open book, guys, for real. I'm trying to do my best. Trying to give you guys the best of me. So that's it. I've just been all over the place, mentally, emotionally, and all that. So I'm just now getting into the rhythm of things again. So yeah. I'm so happy. So I just wanted to like let you guys know what was going on with me before jumping back into like videos and stuff. But I am going to try to be better about uploading. Oh my gosh, I forgot a really important detail. So earlier this year I did a declutter, and I told you guys that I was going to try and do one in June, and I never got around to it in June. However, I was feeling overwhelmed again, mental health, my makeup, everything. With COVID, just not doing my makeup as much, I felt really uninspired, and I felt overwhelmed with a lot of the stuff that I have. With good reason, I have a ton of makeup. But anyways, I was feeling overwhelmed, so I did a unfilmed declutter. So I just went through my drawers without filming and just took out stuff. I was brutal. I tried to be as honest to myself as I could. And then I'm giving it to my sister-in-laws. I have 4 sister-in-laws, and then 2 of my friends, and then, trying to think, and then, 2 of my friends, no, 3 of my friends, my mom, and then, nope, 4 of my friends. Okay, yeah, so. One of my friends said that they're gonna like just have all their girlfriends come over and kind of pick through it because I have so much stuff. But anyways, so a ton of my friends are getting some of my stuff. Super excited for that. Just to like clean up and feel some of like really kind of open up my drawers and be able to see things, you know. I was just having such a hard time just feeling inspired and stuff because I had so much stuff. So I'll go ahead and insert a photo just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It was so bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and insert it right here because I feel like this part is really freaky anyways. So this is all the crap I had. I took pictures, and that's not even like everything. Like it, when it got to this point in the picture, I felt so overwhelmed again, and like a different type of overwhelming. I get overwhelmed really easily. But it felt super overwhelming. So I had to like buy these Amazon totes for my sister-in-laws and start dividing it up and stuff. And then and then I was able to continue to declutter because the floor was just everywhere. Everywhere. I didn't even want to walk in here. It was just so bad. All over the floor, everywhere. Just insane to me. So, once I got the totes and I was able to like put 90% of it up in the totes, that's when I like started back up with my declutter and going through my drawers just because it was just so much. When I got to the picture, it was just so much. And I had to like pause and stop. So that wasn't even everything. That was just a lot of it. So yeah. It's just too much. It's too much. And mind you, I'm not like a YouTuber. Like, I'm not an influencer. I don't get any PR at all. Ever. Never, ever. I one time got like a Maybelline PR thing. And that was like one time, and that was like years ago. Before the PR thing is what it was today. Like, I want to say like 2014. Maybelline sent me a foundation. That was it. And that was just when I was like, I don't know what, on Instagram, barely. Like, I had 100 followers. Like, I was nobody. I don't even know why Maybelline sent that to me. I think I just filled out a form and they were like, okay, here you go. But yeah, I freaking loved that foundation though. It was actually ended up being one of my favorites for a long time. It was the Better Skin, the blue one with the blue cap. It was amazing. I'm so sad that they discontinued that one because it was really good. I don't know if it would stand like today's time, but back then I remember it was really, really good and I really enjoyed it. It worked really well with my acne and stuff. But anyways, so I did my declutter off camera, so I'm sorry I don't have that footage. I still have footage of the original declutter I did earlier this year, and I forgot to post certain videos. So I think I'm still going to put those up. And then sometimes I was filming when I wasn't, this break I gave myself, I was still filming, but I wasn't editing and uploading. So I still want to put some of the footage up for you guys, just because I think it's still valuable information, in my opinion. Like, I took the time for you guys, and I really wanted you guys to see that content. So, I mean, don't mind me if if I'm talking about the summer when it's winter or whatever, you know. So, just let me know. Or, you know, don't get weirded out with that. Comment down below that all those videos that you watched my original video, this announcement video, or get ready with me. Kind of letting you guys know what's going on and an update. Just because, yeah, I feel like I have a ton of good videos. I had like an empties video. I don't know if I posted that one or not. I thought I edited and uploaded that one. But I have another empties coming up because obviously in the last few months I've emptied out more products and I'm really excited to talk about them. But if I didn't upload that empties video, I'm gonna wait because there's like 2 or 3 more products that I'm so close to finishing. I have enough like empties for an empties video, but I'm so close to those 2 or 3 more products. So I'm like, I kind of want to wait, but if I haven't uploaded that empties, I'll upload it and then I'll wait for those 3 products. But if I already uploaded the empties, I think I might just do my next empties video for you guys without those 3 products, and then just hoard them for the next one. I don't know, I just don't like having trash in my room, you know? Just, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. Having trash everywhere. And then, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Alright, where's my brow brush? Alright, so this is kind of what I've been doing with my brows lately, just because I've been feeling lazy. So I just put like a stripe in between it, or in the middle of it. And then I just blend it out with my brush side of my eyebrow brush. So that's all I'm doing. I feel like it's super easy. I also dermaplane today, so I feel like that really helps my eyebrow area. I like dermaplane like here to get that like harsh edge, and then right here like the little baby hairs down there to really get those hairy bits out. So yeah, that's all I do with my brow right now, and I feel like it's I feel like on camera it looks worse. Let me blend it out a little bit more. I feel like it's not looking like what it's looking like in person. But that's fine. I'll fix it in a bit. When I just put gel through it, it'll be better, but that's so hilarious to me. I feel like it's not it's not looking like what it looks like in person. It looks so much better in person. It's funny. I swear. On my mirror, it's like, it looks great, and I look on camera and I'm like, oh gosh, my eyebrows look, I look patchy AF. I swear they don't look patchy in person now. That is so funny. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I've been doing to my brows. And then what I also do is I kind of run the spoolie through it to kind of blend it out as well. Let me get the spoolie right here. So the spoolie to kind of brush out any like harshness so it doesn't look too dark, you know? Oh my gosh, what is my brow looking like? It does not look the same at all. Okay, that's gonna bug me if it doesn't look the same. So let me just deepen the beginning right here a little bit more. Here we go. That looks a little bit better. I'm gonna blend it out again. I feel like that's why it's really important to look at your camera or look at your viewfinder or whatever, because you may think it looks great and then you're like, oh gosh, what is that? What are you thinking, girl? And then don't get these 2 things confused, because I always have to like double check. So this is my lash primer that I just used and love. This is the Lancome Booster XL, and then this is also my favorite brow gel. It's the NYX Control Freak, and it's giant. This is the one thing I hate about it, is like how big the spoolie is. But I love the gel. It's just a good gel. It's my favorite clear gel. Mine looks tinted now just because I use it so much. And my tint is pretty dark, or usually like the colors I use are pretty dark. So some of the color has transferred, and now when I pull it out of the container, it doesn't look like a clear one anymore. Which I'm not mad about either, but so that is my brow routine. That's all I do, but I do have like a pretty decent brow though too, so you know, it doesn't take much for me for my brow to look good. And then my eyeliner that I've been using is the Lady Gaga House Laboratories. This is the micro tip eyeliner. Oh my gosh, my dogs are making like so many sounds right now. I love this eyeliner though. It's really good. I understand why people are obsessed with it. It's really good. It's super tiny too, and I love it. I have so much fallout on my thing right now, so I don't know if I should do that. Why is someone telling me that I have fallout? I'm just kidding. I didn't get a mirror close enough to brush away my fallout. Love, love, love. Dang. Love it. Okay. I just love how black it is and how easy it is to do like a liner or whatever look. So, I have so much fallout. Alright, and now for bronzer, I've just been using this old Becca and Malika palette. Mine's disgusting. Let me just... That is so gross. Okay, there we go. It's still gross, but I've just been obsessed with this. I've just been dabbling into the bronzer, using my favorite brush of all time, the Japanese 721 is discontinued and can't get anywhere anymore. Anyways, but I love this bronzer. It's definitely like a warmer bronzer though, by the way, guys. It's really, really warm. Like, it was like my favorite summer bronzer. It was really nice. A really nice, like, warming bronzer. Just so nice. And my nose, it's not a very good nose contour one, but I use it anyways just because I want it to, like, coordinate with the tones that I've already used, obviously, all over my face, so. I love this bronzer, though. It's very sheer, though. Like, a lot of this is sheer, the Becca. I'm sorry to be using, like, a discontinued product, but it's honestly what I've been using, because I did have this, so. I'm using this as my blush. I have been, like, doubling up my blush, though, just because I feel like this blush doesn't last long. My dogs want to go out right now. Spoiled. The neighbor's dog is out, so they want to go out. But anyways, I think it's a really beautiful tone. I feel like it doesn't have a lot of lasting power, but it is a very beautiful blush, in my opinion. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful blush. And then I just put it at the bottom of my nose, the tip of my nose right there. And then, voila. I think it's so beautiful, so pretty. And then I just use the 2 shades up here and mix these two. And I use that as the highlight. I think this one's meant to be a blush too, but it's kind of too light for me to use as a blush alone. Sometimes I mix both of the blushes and do it that way, but today I'm going to mix both of the highlights instead. And like, look, just beautiful. Just what I've been doing off camera the last like month or so, I went to visit my boyfriend's family a couple months ago, and this is what I took. This is literally what I took. This was my eyeshadow, my face, my everything. I only went for 2 days, so it wasn't like a long stay or anything, but then you guys saw what I packed for Myrtle Beach when I went on vacation around my birthday, so that was that. And then I go back and I use the blush again. So one of the blushes I have been using the most recently is my Bare Minerals Kiss of Copper, I think. Yeah, Kiss of Copper. Also discontinued, I'm sorry. They literally just came out with these this year and then got rid of them. But I have a feeling you're going to see them in TJ Maxx and stuff, so if they do, I'm going to get the third shade I didn't get. I didn't get the Kiss of Pink. I got the Kiss of Copper and the Kiss of Rose. But if I see them in TJ Maxx, I'm getting another Kiss of Copper, and then I'm getting the Kiss of Pink because I don't have that one. And I absolutely love them. So I've just been like kind of putting it on top a little bit just to add some lasting power, just because I believe like the Bare Minerals ones, these are really good, high quality, last all day and stuff. So, and then the Becca blush unfortunately does fade, so that's why I do double up blush, unfortunately. But it's such a beautiful color. And then it also has like this natural sheen, the Becca one. And this one's really, really similar. It's just a different color. This one's just a little bit more like orangey, peachy, corally kind of. And then the Becca one is just a little more pink. So I like mixing those together, and it gives me a really good all day like look. So alright, so I'm mostly done. Since I'm sick, I really don't want to apply a lip color because I'm sick. I don't want to use a lip color. I've only been using chapstick right now because I'm going to throw away my chapstick as soon as I'm done. But, so I said I wasn't going to do a lip, but I just added some liquid lip to a brush, and I can wash this brush. And so I'm not using the applicator because I feel like I look so weird. I feel like I look so weird without a lip color, so normally I do normally use lip liner as well, but being sick, I don't want to use that many products. That many lip products, I mean. There we go. And that is it. This is my look. Let me just set it with something. This is the Fenty Baby Do one, Baby What It Do. It looked like it had a little bit of oil in it, so I had to shake it up, but I hope it has a nice mister. Oh my gosh, one of the most important things that I forgot to talk about today was that with my new medication that I'm on, I've noticed that my skin is much more dry. And it's not, well, not dry, more normal. So I've always been like an oily skin girl. And then I noticed most recently that my skin is looking a lot more normal to dry. Like some days I can get oily, but it's really, really rare. So, yeah. So unfortunately, I feel like I'm like learning a new skin type, which is very interesting. I'm grateful. I'm super grateful. I've always been like an extremely oily skin type, like my whole life, forever. And now that I'm leaning more normal, I'm learning fast because there's a lot of products that I've heard from people that have a dry skin that kind of work for both. Like the Wet n Wild Dewy, I hear is really good for people with dry skin as well. I have the Estee Lauder, I hear is really good for people with all skin types as well. I've heard the same thing with the Catrice. Like, these are the foundations I've been using. I was gonna look for another one. Which one was the other one? The L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. That one's really good for all skin types as well. So I have a good basis for like oily skin and like more normally dry. So I've been able to adapt a little bit, like slowly. I've been trying new things, and this dewy one doesn't look as dewy anymore on me. It looks way more normal, more like a natural finish foundation on me, just because my skin has changed. So, like, I'm gonna have to like figure out like new things now for my skin type. So I completely forgot. That was another thing I wanted. I should have had like notes for you guys, but that's just another thing recently in the last year I wanted to update you guys on, is that my skin is changing. So with my medication, and my medication is meant to kind of be used for like ever now, because this is like something that doesn't have a cure. There's no amount of therapy or whatever. This is a forever. This is, I've had it forever. I'm gonna have it forever. So my skin is gonna be more normal from now on. So yeah, my skin is changing. So, I'm sorry for those of you who watched me because you had oily skin as well. I'm not that anymore. So, a new journey, a new chapter, a new beginning. So that's what I'm hoping for 2022. That 2022 is my year, and I hope that it's a better year for you guys as well. And I really appreciate you guys who follow me and watch my videos and care and are concerned and are happy for me. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great 2022. Thank you for another great year and being patient with me. And I really promise you guys more content, and hopefully better quality content for you and more of what you guys want to see. Let me know down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!